In this video I want to show you how I've mounted my solar panel to the top of my cargo box, my rooftop cargo box. For a while I wondered if this was possible because I didn't really see any other people doing it, and I was worried about whether or not the top of the cargo box was strong enough, was thick enough, and not fragile enough to hold the solar panel on top without the whole top ripping off when going down the highway at highway speeds. And so I figured I would talk about how I mounted the solar panel and my experiences with it so far. Right now I'm about 2,000 miles into a road trip. I've driven 2,000 miles with that thing on top of my cargo box with the solar panel on top there. I've driven 80 miles an hour down the interstate, and I've driven on super bumpy, rocky dirt roads in the backcountry. I've done everything with it, and the verdict is that it's perfect. I'm not having any problems with this. It's amazing. Before I show you how I actually mounted the panel to the box, let me talk about the box itself here. I don't know what brand this is. I don't know really anything about it. I bought it used. It has a couple cracks in the bottom that didn't really faze me. It was $100, and I think it's an older model because the newer ones tend to be more dome-shaped on top. They're more streamlined. But for my purposes here, I wanted one that was relatively flat on top, and so that's why I went with this one, and I'm really happy with it. I wish I could tell you what the brand and model was, but I really don't know, so sorry about that. But yeah, got it used for $100. The panel is held in place with 4 Z brackets. These are aluminum brackets, 2 here and 2 on the other end. These were $10 on Amazon. I will include a link to them in the description. They come pre-drilled with holes already in them, with a hole here, and then a hole on the bottom side. Here you can better see the Z shape of the brackets. I think I just searched on Amazon for solar panel brackets, and these were on the first page. They had a handful of good reviews, so I bought them, and they've been working really great. For the actual hardware, the nuts and bolts here, this is all stainless hardware in all 4 corners, and also going through the bottom here into the solar panel part. It's about $20 worth of stainless steel hardware from Home Depot. I believe it's all 1/4 inch hardware because that's what the holes that were pre-drilled in the Z brackets are. The setup here is the bolt, a small washer, the bracket, a larger washer, larger stainless washer, and then a large, I don't remember if this is rubber or neoprene or what this is, but a larger flexible washer. And I have that one there just to kind of protect the plastic here, and B, to potentially add some waterproofing so that water doesn't go in through the holes. So far I haven't had any water go in, but I've also had very little rain on this trip, so jury is still out on that one, I guess, but so far so good. And so that's the top here, and then I'll show you what's on the underside. Another large neoprene or rubber washer, a large stainless washer. The small thing underneath that is a lock washer, and then a wing nut. The lock washer just makes sure that everything stays tight, that this doesn't come undone. Make sure everything is nice and tight and not loose, doesn't loosen up over time as I go down dirt roads or whatever. And finally, you can see here what I used for attaching the solar panel to the bracket. I drilled a hole in the solar panel. And then just used a combination of washers and a nut, and I think there's a lock washer in there too, just to hold it all together. So that's it. $10 for the Z brackets, $20 for the aluminum hardware from Home Depot. I'm not saying this would work for every cargo box. It might rip the top off of some of them. It might create cracks and destroy the whole thing. I don't know. Do this at your own risk. It has worked well for me and my setup so far. and I'm really happy with it. I think it's a great way to really maximize the roof space on top of your vehicle. As you can see, I have a kayak, a cargo box, and a solar panel. If the solar panel weren't on top of the cargo box, there's really no way I could make it work with all that stuff up there. Hope that was helpful. I hope there's someone out there that will find this information valuable. I know I would have liked to have seen and heard more about that before I started, so let me know if you have any questions, and thanks for watching.